everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am finally doing a long, way overdue and much anticipated nursing school vlog update. It's been quite the journey trying to figure it out, and so I applied to my cohort beginning of March, I believe, and I ended up getting waitlisted for the program. And so it was not expected, but I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll figure this thing out, you know. And so basically they said, well, you're waitlisted, you have X amount of time, and then we'll let you know if you get a seat or not. And guys, let me tell you, that mentally, that was one of the hardest things to go through. I think it was hard for people around me to understand. When you work so hard at something, you put a lot of time, effort, money, just a plethora of things, and you take so much time and you do that. It's like, okay, you know, what's really gonna happen? It's still really difficult for me to think about. It's difficult for me to talk about. And it was kind of traumatic. And I think the reason why it was as traumatic as it was is because of the way the school did it. Everything was drawn out. Decisions didn't come out the day that they told us they would. And I kept getting the runaround of just wait, just wait, just wait. The days kept going by and kept going by, and everyone was telling me, it's okay, you'll get in, or I went through this and I got in. And so that gave me hope, but you know, you don't want to get your hopes up falsely, I guess, because everybody's story is different. You know, just because this went one way for one person doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go that way for you. And so I really just tried to like stay focused, stay hopeful, and that's what I did. And so next thing I know, I got an email and it said, thank you for applying. But at this point in time, all of our BSN seats have been filled. And I didn't get a seat. It was crushing in so many areas because I just couldn't understand why, you know, and why? My GPA is good. I did everything you asked me to do, and I don't get a seat. And so it's one of those things where I literally just shut down. I shut down for at least 2 weeks. And even after that, I just didn't have the energy. I just didn't have the energy to pick up the camera and talk about it. Even though it was my reality and it was in my head all the time. And now I'm like, I literally went from, okay, this is not it. I can't do this. And after that shutdown period, it was like, okay, well, you need to get up. What are we going to do? And so then, you know, the wheels start spinning, and I was basically like, what am I going to do now? I had only applied to this one program, and the way that this school worked, I knew that it wasn't automatic acceptance, but it was pretty much, if you do what you're supposed to do, you should probably get in. Man, yeah, no. No. And it's okay, because if it's not for me, it's just not for me. Like, I'm not going to sit here and make it happen. And it's not supposed to. I don't want stuff like that in life. So then I was just like, all right, well, I'll just go to a different school. And then I realized, well, gee, by golly, you've missed all the deadlines for pretty much every other program in my state. Like, deadlines were gone, missed. Like, I missed them by like half a year. Like, I missed them. I was literally left like scrambling, trying to figure out what schools I was eligible to apply for. Then literally in the middle of all this, the pandemic hit. And so everything was shutting down. It was just chaos. And so I basically was just like, well, I'm gonna apply for some programs, but I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna spend time, work and hang out with my family and just kind of focus on that. Like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. So that's what I decided to do. I'm so right now I'm at the point where I've applied to 2 other programs that potentially start this year. I don't think I'm going to get into either one of those programs because I'm so late with the application. So that leaves me with 2 other options for this year. The first option is the next cohort for the BSN program is in October of this year. So I can try to apply for that program. Or they have an LPN program which starts this summer. You would apply for that, get in, and then I would do that program and then bridge over into a BSN like online program. I have applied for the LPN program. It's hard. It's hard because this is not what I saw myself doing. It's hard because this is not the route that I wanted to take, even though I've toyed with many different routes. So I'm just kind of sitting here still struggling, like, okay, do I do this or do I not? But here's the thing. Tomorrow, the decisions come out. Tomorrow, Monday, June 1st. If I don't get into this program, my backup plan. Okay. So, because guys, at this point, I don't know what else to do. I just don't. Where I live, nursing school is not the easiest thing to get into. People do it, obviously, all the time. It happens. I see it. I work in the hospital. But it's still a bit competitive here. And I'm taking such a non-traditional route, like not graduate from high school and go right into my major of nursing in college because I did psychology. Yeah, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. And I'm fine with that. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you an update because I have not updated. I want to let you know why I didn't update and what took me so long. But I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. It has been an absolute zoo with the stuff going on in the world. My channel is not really about politics, but I will say this. I believe that there's a lot of unfairness in the world, a lot of unjustness, and I feel that it crosses many sectors in life, and it's not related to certain incidences. It's not isolated. And I want to tell you guys that this is something that I see in medicine. This is something that I see working in pediatric emergency medicine. This is something that is a problem. This is something that I am beyond disturbed and disgusted about. It's something that I have felt that my voice didn't matter about because it was so beyond me. And it takes things like this for me to realize that maybe I don't have the biggest voice in the world, but it's still a voice. And sometimes you need to be a voice for people who do not have voices. And to that, I will tell you guys, for all of us that are in the medical profession, we have a responsibility to uphold certain standards. And one of those standards, I believe, is that we should do our very best to care for someone and to treat them as we would want to be treated. there's no reason why a little boy or a little girl who may have brown skin should get less than optimal treatment just because of the color of their skin, or because of the way that their mom looks, or their dad dress, or the fact that they don't have a mom or a dad, or that whatever about them is even assumed. Because let's just be real, what do we really know about anyone who sets foot into our departments? We don't. So someone can come in, dress to the T, and have Caucasian skin tone and represent themselves in a certain manner, but we don't know who they are, right? Or we can have a African American person come through the doors, and maybe they're not dressed in a suit and tie. You know, either way, it doesn't matter, right? My point is, there is injustice that is suffered on many different fronts. It doesn't stop at the police department. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's when you're served at a restaurant. It's when you walk to the grocery store. It's when you take your sick child to the emergency room, expecting a certain level of care because they are just needing help and they don't get it. Do you really think that that kid asked to be brown? Do you think that they asked to be born to a certain economic status, or in this neighborhood, or with this political belief system? Like, none of us asked for this. None. And we're all at a point in life right now in 2020 that we should be able to take a little bit more effort and educate ourselves. There's no reason that we have to, oh, I'm black, so I'm only going to stay with the black people. Oh, I'm white, so I'm only going to hang out with the white people. Because let's just all face it, right? There are plenty of things that we have in common with each other. There just are. We have families, we have husbands, we have children, we like movies, we watch the same things on TV, we eat food, we live in the same country, guys. Like, let's just, come on. For what? Where does it get us to sit here and hate each other, to have preconceived notions of someone just simply because of what they look like? That's not really where I thought this was gonna go, but coming off the height of all of this is where I am. Please, please do your very best to provide care, love, empathy. Goes a very long way. And if we all just try a little bit harder to show a little bit more love, a little bit more compassion, a little bit more understanding, just try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. So, God loves us so very much, and we need to just try to show just an ounce of that love to each other. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully I can get the video up tomorrow with the results of my nursing school acceptance or denial. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Share my channel. It's broad, but I try to keep it kind of organized. Just day-to-day mom stuff and nursing things. And we're gonna make it, guys. We're gonna make it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.